So hi, I'm Claudette. I'm a co-founder at ALLLE AI. So ALLLE AI is an all-in-one AI platform that allows you to compare various AI models side by side. So you can compare and harness models like ChatGPT, Gemini, DeepSeek, etc., all in one platform. What our platform does is that it highlights the inconsistencies and the consistencies across the models, especially when you have an output. That reduces the hallucinations and it helps with automatic fact checking. There's a team of about five of us on the board, and I am more the strategist person. I realized that my idea could become a good business when I went to a pitching event in London. I was invited by um, one of the people from Color and Tech. He was working from Color and Tech at the time. His name is Seven Jacobs, really good mentor of mine. He invited me to a pitching event in London. From that pitching event, I got feedback from the audience. The audience highlighted that they want an AI tool that will recommend which AI model for their prompt. So, for example, what AI model can someone use for the best egg sandwich? They want that AI tool to be able to, select the best model for their use case. That's when I realized that it could become a real business and not a passion project. I think most people they want an AI model that can take away the hallucinations. They want an AI model that is factual, that has good facts and is consistent. So that's when I realized that this tool, ALLLE AI, could become a real business and not just a project. So I realized my project could become a real business when I went to a pitching event in London. I was invited by a mentor at Color in Tech. I got feedback from the audience, and the feedback was that, especially one particular girl told me she wants an AI tool that could recommend which model to use for her outputs. So that's when I realized our platform is just more than a project. Our platform recommends which AI tool to use and also reduces the hallucinations. So that's when I realized that it could be a good business. For me, I think it was starting with no money at all and using my salary to grow the business. It was very hard because I have bills to pay. I have to put in money into the business. I have to pay people as well. No one really warned me about that. Also, applying for grants, investments, it's been very hard. A lot of investors want to see traction. I mean, as a startup in the beginning, you'll never have traction. You have to work towards that traction. So that was very difficult for me. I would definitely use that 10 million to expand the business. I would grow our B2C customer base, but I would also expand our business to do more. So I would probably go into compliance, AI compliance as well, and AI ethics because it's a growing area that also needs to be looked at when it comes to AI. So, for example, with compliance, the use of AI is not trackable sometimes because there's so many tools. I could have another business where AI could be used to track AI in projects, for example. So, for instance, for businesses, if they want to track the use of AI in maybe a project, if they want to do maybe a data protection impact assessment, I could create a product that could do that for them. I wish I could have started our business a bit earlier, but I was working full time. But I wish I could have jumped. It's like jumping into a pool. I wish I could have jumped a bit earlier. But now I've done that. But I really wish I could have started the business earlier than expected. I've had to sacrifice my career. I loved my career as a product manager, and I've had to sacrifice that to do this business full time. I do miss some aspects of being a product manager. There was more, it's more stable. Being a founder, there's a lot of instability. You have to take risks, and the risks can be hard. I think that's the toughest decision that I've had to make as a founder, leaving my full-time job to lead a company. You're not paid a salary, you're not paid a fixed salary. and you have to work really hard in order to make a profit. The good part is that I'm free. You know, I think in the corporate life, some of your ideas are not approved. But because I'm a founder and I own my own business, you know, I could do what I want. I could work on my ideas and also implement them. So there's less bureaucracy being a founder. Personal life, I think being a founder, you work a lot. There's flexibility, but you work a lot, even on weekends. You know, when I had my career, I would use my weekends to rest. But now, as a founder growing a business, I often work weekends. So I've had to sacrifice some bits of my personal life, like going out and also traveling a lot because I'm trying to scale the platform. So it involves traveling a lot. I've had to sacrifice my sleep because I've had to focus on the platform as well. It's both. So there's pros and cons. You know, traveling is great. You get to meet people, eat new food. But then the lack of sleep, sometimes when you've got a deadline, you have a new release or you have to release a new feature. I've had to sacrifice my sleep. But then thankfully, there's coffee to help me the next morning. All AI is like a compare the marketplace for AI. It allows you to harness and compare various AI models side by side. We reduce hallucinations and we also deal with automatic fact checking. I think what excites me most is being part of the community. I've met other founders and it's good to see what other people are working on. Sometimes being a founder, you can be so boxed in your own world, you don't realize what other people are working on. I think that's what really excites me about being part of Venturecake. The benefits are great as well. You get access to investors and the mentorship. And I think the whole program will really help scale my platform. It's actually all AI. We were looking for ALL, but we couldn't find the domain name. So we decided to go for Alle because it's all in German. So that's the story behind the name. You can call it all AI or you can call it Alle AI. We've given customers the choice to pronounce it the way they want. There's not much history, but to be honest, the symbol is actually a symbol from Ghana. It's on kente cloth. So the symbol, it's an adinkra sign. It's called adinkra. So it's a symbol on the cloths that we wear. That's where it actually comes from. But we didn't even realize. And it's so funny how all of us are from Ghana. So I'm British by birth, but I'm Ghanaian by background. So my co-founder, Dixon, is also Ghanaian. So it's very funny that we used that symbol here because it's a Ghanaian symbol. When we say hallucination, sometimes AI can make mistakes. So for instance, one time I was using ChatGPT, I asked it a question about how much All AI is worth. All AI is a startup, but it predicted that All AI is worth 250 million. That's not true because we're a startup. So sometimes, you know, AI models can hallucinate. The reason why they might hallucinate is because they're not trained on specific data. So, for instance, the example that I gave about all AI being worth $250 million, ChatGPT might not have that data, and that's why they've hallucinated and made that up instead, based on maybe startups that are similar to all AI. So our solution is we have an ensembling algorithm and we have a comparison algorithm, which does automatic fact checking across all the models and it improves the facts. Also, our summary model also has inconsistencies and consistency models. So it highlights the inconsistencies and the inconsistencies across all the models to tell you the truth. It also recommends which model to use. So we say all the answers for you, and then we provide you with which model is inconsistent or which models are consistent based on the prompts that you've gotten from the output. So in terms of the impact, I'm hoping that Venturecake will help us onboard more B2C customers and hopefully help us with B2B later on, but that's when we're more mature. And introducing us to the network in Austria is also another impact that we want Venturecake to help us with. and hopefully getting some funding and investors as well. Venturecake has been really great. We had kickoff day 1 and 2. I was a bit nervous because I found out I was the only female founder. So I wasn't sure if I was going to fit into, I guess, the other startups that were involved. But it was very great. The other startups were very friendly. It felt like we were working as a team. I found the kickoff days very informative. We had some talks with Google, and we had other talks with other mentors on the program, which was very beneficial for us as a startup. I think so far the program has been great, and I would definitely recommend it to other startups out there. It's very beneficial because you get access to a lot of resources, mentors, and even mentors from Silicon Valley as well. So yeah, I've really enjoyed every bit of it, and I'm looking forward to coming back also in May.